Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Eric Polley at erpolley.com. Today, I am building a website landing page from the ground up. This is a practice template, I like to call it. I'm going to be building a website landing page for a rotating stock plant shop. Right, so let's get on that. So I've laid out what I want to put into the web page. I haven't done anything other than downloading a few images from Pixabay, a royalty-free image source. Now, let's just hop over into Visual Code and open up a folder. General location I like currently on 5, so up and website template as descriptive as. Open up and add a new file, index.html. Go ahead and files.css. This, while I'm here, let's just open up, create a new folder called images. That's where I'm going to hold my images. Self-explanatory. So now I got my 5 images plopped in the folder. I know that folder. I have half the screen closed currently because I am going to use the other half for testing at stage. Sorry. Let's go link that to styles CSS. Styles currently empty, linked. I save and the prettier extension. Prettier. So we know that we want a navigation bar, right? So I'm gonna start with. No, I'm gonna do an ID actually, and call this ID nav bar. Self-explanatory enough, I suppose. And inside of here, we can put our general links. Exactly sure what they're going to be just yet, but it's safe to say there will be a home, and we should put each one of these inside of a span. You know, actually, I don't need. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna want to do that so then I can space them without having to create a margin rule or inline each paragraph. So we'll call this nav camel case. And does not have a closer. Let's close it up. And I can just copy that. Go down the line. So what? And we can just copy that times. You know what? Before I copy it, href hyperlink. And for now, I'll just link it to it. Fact. I don't know. I deleted it. Whatever. It's all there now. Still, that's these are two. I want to link it to the nav bar. The body of the main casket is so each one contact. Call this contact for now. The middle one, product samples about us. Sure. Give that to your. Now let's get outside of that. And let's make the main grid that we will be using. And for that, I will call it class. We want casket main. Everything else side of create a background for side of there. We want a div. We could just use the heading, but I prefer this in case I want to change property directly to here. So that's going to be the top. This will be the I should label box. Box middle. So box will contain need to be full. That's kind of long. Title. Let's do div class box mid left. Position is proper. Great. Div of class equals box mid right. So box left will have an image. Box right will be text. Round. Either way, one of them will have the about us. Generalize that for us here. All right. That's the main box. We got a top. We wanted social media. Trying to do. So social media, I want outside of the box. Well, the box going to be down a way. So let's add the media. Div class social media. Call it a box. I know that boxes contain things. Caskets hold boxes. That's just my personal reference. For naming things, it makes so I know. When I see a casket, I know it has a bunch of boxes. All right, so that was the main about me. Have that all casket. This is all not second. So if I wanted to do that, I would just put it inside of its own casket class. Casket I can even just do casket section. So all of these can be the same. And then there can be some consistency or naming of things. So essentially I'm going to add right. Here, if I click on the div, it'll tell me where that div starts or ends. So if I click on the end, it'll tell me where the beginning is. Very useful. So if I'm not sure if it's closing properly, I can just kind of scroll over it. So currently I just have two sections. Cast. Well, no, this will be. We don't want it to be the head. Box top, box mid. Maybe instead of adding an entire casket. Bottom. Not right here. div class box footer. Footer. So the footer will have location contact. Really, this should be one of these. Oh, actually, we don't even need basket section. I'm not gonna ask. There. Let's just do box top, box mid, right inside of it. So that will be the product samples, and we're going to use this as the background. And yeah. So in order to add box left image, first grab all classes. Bar class. Holding Alt while I'm scrolling over. Not wanting the print. I'm gonna Control C, copy, go to my style. Control V to paste. Navbar. Now, remember what was the ID. I think navbar was the only one. Do that for now. We'll double check to make sure everything's great. I'm just putting a period in front of everything, because now I'm calling upon them as a class. This is a great way to save time. It not only saves time, but it will put everything in right order according to how I have them now, which is great for organization. I'll be able to find what I'm looking for, and I can address them. Sure. Yep, navbar was my key. Perfect. Now we can go down the section and tell each like. Open up a live server. Currently, there's not a whole lot going on. So the nav bar, give a background, or let's just do a border, just so we can see it and we know where it is. Pixels, solid, and blue, just so we know where it is and what's happening. We could honestly do that with everything, just so we can see them. I'm gonna copy that. And each one of these things, now we'll just have a blue. All overlapped there. Okay, because we're not telling it then that, right? They're overlapped, and then a lot of these are just squished. Hit F12 or select element. Body, casket main. It's just spazzed out because there's so many layers. That's okay. Gonna fix that right now. So nav bar. Let's do width of 60 pixels, height of 50 pixels. Let's make sure we're spelling properly. Chaos. Float to the right. For whatever reason, it's default. Most websites to have for width, 100%. Do that for now. Just the nav links. Very. But we don't want it to. Casket main. Now this will actually room to be in. Everything is supposed to be by this casket. Social media. Now that box dealing with the nav. Okay. Width. I could just put the social media side of the nav, but height 60 pixels. Do that. Pop it over here. Boop. Low. Oh, perfect. Because the nav bar is going to be floating, so this will pop right up there. Sound effects. That's part of this. A lot of people don't tell you about the sound effects coding. Crucial. We'll talk about it more. Box top, that's perfect. Box mid. This is the one. Gets a margin top of about 150 pixels. That'll do for now. Clear my throat. A little tickle in the back there. Luckily, I spend most of my time on the computer. Box mid. Height 100 pixels. That'll do. so we see what we get on pixels. Oh, now my squished box is looking more like giant stacked box. Surprisingly, what we want. Box main. Okay. So I don't like have to. Where are we at now? All right. Let's hop over and the casket main be a no, box top is going to gasket main is going to be a flex. A flex direction column. Just to make sure that everything's going downward column. That'll put everything stacked onto and side of that. I didn't want to do this originally. Control C it in the wrong. Oh, Y working? Well, I don't know. That's how you fudge up everything in seconds. All right, so I was grabbing social media, putting it inside a box top. Keys. Windows 11, I feel like, has added some hotkeys. So the casket main. Sorry, I'm clearing my throat again. Better. Side of casket main. Now, box top now contains social media. To make this easier on my own organization. Box top. Box top. Box middle. Box top doesn't really. So, inside of. And what's the heading, I guess? Yeah. Plants of America. Real place. Plants of America. Sure. Good enough. That was my research. Plants of America. Down there. Because box top not a grid. I want this to be the first item in the grid and then the other one to be second item. You know what? Because they're just going to be right next to each other, I'm not going to use flex. This time, flex display. Flex direction is going to be next to each And that destroyed my float, though. So instead of putting social media with a float, I'm going to margin left 10%. Instead of 10, 20. Align content center. It's fine. I always forget which one's which. By content. We what we wanted, baby. I don't know. Sometimes I don't plan some America. Cool. For social media link, probably just put some giggles pose. But they won't be necessarily replica. Box top currently has everything we want in it. It's going to be space here. Then we're going to go to box mid. Mid. Background. Color. Very plant shoppy. Yeah. Headings. Great. And I'll probably make those transparent. The margin can be really more, like way more, them to see the up first. Have link. Justify content. Center. Float. Isn't it? It's text line center. Flex direction. Row. Work for now. To this one. Next to line center. Okay. The nav links are in. Great. Cool. All right. Now the body will be an image. Let's put that in there so it'll look all nice and pretty. Background image. 20 URL. To slash like that one. Doesn't quite fit, but I like it. So, name 3 things we want to do here. We want background, repeat, repeat, and wrong. Background, cover. And we also want attachment. Fixed. Stay right there. Really at the plant shop. That's exact. I'm sure that's what you did. Groovy. We want. I can't. I'm having a hard time seeing. So now it's a line. Content center. Could just add padding top. Make it a little bit larger. And let's our image. The box mid left. I have a background image. Wouldn't you know it? The background images, I like using background images currently because they are easier to manipulate. That being said, you can't add a link background as far as unless you add like JavaScript. Ahead. Background size. Pain. But don't repeat. No repeat. Just joshing. Perfect. That's actually going to be size. You are going to. And box mid's going to be a grid. Display grid. Bang. And we want grid template column. 50% and grid or grid auto row. We could just do auto. Barely need a min and max because everything look like a functional, decent type. Out of our body. Let's just everything centered. Pretty good. Good. Acted down here. I think that can be So I can tell these items exactly where they need to go, but as you can see really quick, what it looks like on mobile, and it pushes things together. That's what do goes to the portion everything. More sound effects. All right, close that, and it should be closed. Give me. I love that it. If I would. Now those are all links. Order. We wanted contact and location. Location and contact. Located. Eight, 4. Paragraph. And 1, 2, 3, 4 Avenue Main. Break. City. State. Yep. BR. And 1, 2, 3. Contact. Location. But that's because once I have content in there, I'll make it automatically the right size. But I was gonna make this darker, but I need to be able to see it. So I think I'm just gonna add the same box. Honestly, at that point, the border doesn't side. Perfect. Right. A map. I'm just gonna use just in. Can I? And div be called map. And keeping organized. Oh, before we do all that, know that it's basically, we could create a class that does everything except for the image. That would be a lot cleaner. Time's sake. Get a move. Ding. Um, now, box, right. About the same. Really, text. Up here. Okay, give that the class. Text. Footer. Box text. Right. Hopefully that won't push everything together. Size corresponding. Didn't. Box. Mid. If I box mid. Grid. Oh, there it is. All right. Just to be 100. Yep. This technically doesn't by default. One of these could have a little bit. Be A for we're gonna do like 0.8. One thing. Just a loose, a light, transparent. Loose is not say. Okay. Put some tiny image. inside of that box. And for this, I'm going to call them social media IMG. Yes. And gonna do where so for images side to well social media image. Let's do IMG source images and oh, I grabbed the map. Did I ever put it in? Scatterbrain. Honk. All right. What happened? Oh, I. Oh, this class social media IMG. I mean, probably be it's too tiny. Link it up to nothing really. I'm gonna link it to my website. The title. Social media links. Here. Now, I would want to link each one of these to the proper social media or proper links, but fine. Width. Oh, see, I put flowers where accident. Good job. I was doing social media. Nav bar 100. Not the nav. Could be that. No. Thanks. Width. 100. 50. I want to take up half of America. Now, box top, flex, app. Tap it. Push it. feel like off, but we can take all these borders off. Once I don't know the way. Border and let's make links. The text decoration is and margin was 0 and then 2 pixels. 10 pixels. Space them out. That looks sent. Yes. I think margin up pixels. Now that'll look funky when it weird. Margin will pull it out. Get in there. Boom. All right. Located, and there's honestly plenty of space for the tag box. Or H4 consistent 4 H4 contact. Let's put that inside of a form. No, it's a form. Pretty much input type equals text value equals name that, and we can do name. Do the same thing. 2, 3. Email. Comment. Verbs. Nouns. Comment. There we go. Bang-a-rang. John Smith. My email. Pretty straightforward. BR. Now, links up. About us. Down here, box right. Box mid, it can actually be then contact do the entire form. ID equals contact and up here. About us currently not go. About us goes about us. Yeah. Hashtag $. Hashtag contact. So if we go back up here, about us, great. Home. Back where we want nav bar to float. Position fixed. That's more like green, green, red, F12, click over here. That looks bonker. Let's do flex, display, flex. Flex direction is going to be row. Way the width. It like the pop. So do want it to be a little bit dry now that we've found right. However, it could just be icon to the center and align there. Really good mobile, right? Looks okay. Maybe if we pop it down a little bit. Let's do margin up. Whole thing was a lot better. It looks really good mobile. I think that's not exactly what I was going to be honest. But we want to play to the image. Images. Here's about us. I can add info in there. About plan shop. local. You guys got your stuff. Good. This is and by that text about us. Not the nav link. We want the regular about us. P. Boom. Wrong box. It's labeled. Oh. Pal. Let's change the font. Body. Font. Family. What do we want? We can just pick something. Acting. I like that. Good. So now let's check before we start saying words like done. What do we have? We have a navigation bar. Does it float? It does. Social media links. Do they do the thing? Off. Fix it. Images. Social media themselves. Add a margin up of something really small. 5 pixels. $10 pixels. I hear 20 pixels. Off the button is. Add a margin to the left when you resize the window. To the left. Font. We add a margin right of the. However, if we add a margin altogether, that will actually push in both directions. Box mid text. Want the heading. So instead of our box type, okay, we can go class equals glance of heading. Glance of America heading. And give this one margin. Nothing on the top and bottom. 5 pixels. Give a similar to okay. Now if I resize they're spaced out quite a bit better. And social media links are here. They're good to go. Groovy. About us. Oh, check. Storefront picture as the background, that's perfect. Sample images. About us, we have an about us, location, and a contact. So everything on each rock and roll into the client and be like, hey, I have everything on the webpage that I believe you requested. If you want to check it out and get back to me, I am available when you are available. And that will be the website, right? This is a single landing page with very limited information. And just to get a simple page functional, we're talking about just a little bit over an hour. So you can get the idea of what web development is, what goes into it. That being said, I think I'm ready to get up and walk around and stuff. I will see you next time. It's been Eric Polley at com. Goodbye.